So you're going to need some pink yarn. Obviously, I'm using Super Saver yarn in baby pink. Some crochet hooks. I'm using a size 5 for the base of the hat, and then a size 6 for the little squiggly parts on the outside. Scissors, obviously, stitch markers if you have. If not, like some yarn of another color will do, and a darning needle. I basically did 6 increase rounds at the top, and then 6 additional rounds, no increasing, and then I did 3 front post, back post rows at the bottom to get my base for the brain. So I made the base of the hat. Now I'm going to show how I make these little tubular type icordish things. I guess I can put them on the outside. So for this, I'm going to use, I used a 5.5 millimeter for the hat portion, and for these squiggly parts, I'm going to use a 6. If you want these to be tighter, you could use a 5. I like this size that came out when I used this size 6 hook. I think it came out perfect. So you're going to take your yarn, get a little piece, and I do like to leave a little tail. This is going to give me a way to sew these on. So when it's time to sew these onto the hat, now I have these little tails or strings at the end. So again, you do want to leave a little tail so you have yarn to help you sew in later. You're going to do a slip knot. You're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this loop is already the loop for this 4th one. So you're going to pull up 3 more loops. 1, 2, 3. So you have 4 loops on your hook. Now you're going to take these loops off like that and hold them. Don't let go. If you let go, it's kind of impossible, or it's hard to get it back. So just hold on. Pull up a loop through that first loop. Go in the second, pull up a loop. Go in the third, pull up a loop. Go in the fourth, pull up a loop. And that's basically it. So you really want to take these off, hold them tight again, because once you start pulling the string, they're all connected. So you want to go in, pull up a loop. Go in the second one, pull up a loop. Third, pull up a loop. Fourth, pull up a loop. Again, hold these, pull up a loop. And I kind of had to like find a technique that works with my hand. You're not just holding this like regular crochet. So I kind of got the working yarn in between my fingers back here, and I'm using these fingers to, so pull up a loop, pull up a loop, pull up a loop. Pull up a loop. Ooh, I missed one. See, it's kind of a wrap. You can try to fix it, but it's hard. So I'm gonna pull out that. I see my 4 loops here. Just gonna stick it back in. Get back to work. So you're just gonna keep doing this until you get your desired length. I'm not gonna put like inches on it. It's kind of like just do it until you feel. So I have some shorter ones, I have some longer ones. I just made a bunch of different ones, like, because I want it to be all different lengths when I sew it on. I feel like you could make just 2 really long ones, one for each half of the brain, but I like this. So let's finish this one together. I'll show you guys a couple more times. But yeah, hold your yarn, working yarn, pull up a loop, go through, pull up a loop, go through, pull up a loop, Go through, pull the loop. Again, you want to hold this like kind of tight because it's easy for it to fall. Pull the loop. Pull the loop. And then you also want to kind of hold them on top of each other, like hold them like that, a little stack, so that they all stay. Find the next one. Yeah, so I'm gonna make this one long. Well, not too long, but oh. I'm too busy trying to look in the camera and not at my actual hands. So once you get the hang of it, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But it does take a little practice. I would recommend practicing a little bit before you get to fully executing. So when you get to the end, say this is where I want to stop. Yarn over and pull through all four and chain one, and that's it. Again, I'm gonna leave a little tail. I'm gonna leave a little tail because I'm gonna use this to help me sew it on. So now that you have all of your stringies done, you're gonna make a whole bunch. I don't know, I'm sorry, I don't know a number, but make a bunch because I might put these on and I might need more. It depends on how dense you want your squigglies or how tightly packed they are. So now I'm gonna define my hat into two distinct hemispheres, right? Is that what they're called? I don't know, but you can see the line here. This is, I'm gonna call this the back of the hat. This is like the seam. And I'm gonna fold it there, right on the seam, and kind of fold it like that. So it's like half. So I'm gonna do half my squigglies on this side and the other half on this side. And to help me decide the halves, I'm going to either use stitch markers. Isn't this cute? I thought that was a good idea. I'm either gonna use stitch markers or you can use the thread. Either way is fine. I'm going to show the thread method. The stitch markers, I would just put like a stitch marker every couple inches around. But the thread's cool too. Here's my needle. Alright, so you're going to just take a thread of another color. Put that in there. And you're just going to follow the line that's there. So I'm going to go up. Nothing crazy. Just making a line. So again, every couple inches. Just so you can kind of see where it's half. Something like that. So for this back part, it's kind of easy to see where it's half because we're just following the seam. So the front part is really, you know, I guess the more important part. So again, we're gonna like fold it in half on the seam so we can, you know, get an estimate. It doesn't have to be perfect about where the half is on the front. In and out, in and out. You're just gonna go straight. And again, this is not staying here. This is just to help you, guideline, basically. So now you have half and half of your brain head. So now you're gonna get to sewing on the thing. So I just take any one. You can do long, short, like I said. Get your needle. That's why we have these nice tails here. This is about to help us sew this on. So I also searched up some pictures of brains. I actually searched cartoon brain because this isn't something that I don't need it to look anatomically correct. I kind of, you know, you want it to look, unless you're going for that look, but I just want mine to look whimsy, you know. I don't need nothing too crazy. I just was looking for the basic shape. So me personally, a picture like something like this could be helpful too. It's not too detailed. I think I kind of like this one. But yeah, so I just got some inspo, cartoon brain. This one's kind of cool too. So I'm gonna just have this open just to give me some ideas of general shapes. You know, you could just make it squiggly, but thought that was a good idea. So I'm just gonna start in what I'm gonna call the corner of this this half. So I got my darning needle on here, and I'm just gonna go in right in this, like I said, in the corner. And that's gonna hold down that. Now I'm gonna figure out how I want this. I feel like I want this to go, again, we need this, we have this line of demarcation so that you can see the two separate halves. So we don't want to go over this. We also don't want to get too close. I actually feel like this might be a little close, but when I do the other part, I'll make sure not to put it too close. So, you know, you want to see the halves. I feel like that makes it brainy. And then you just want to come up from the bottom and, you know, and this is just going to tack it down. And we're going to figure out how we want this. So I want this particular shape to go like, to bend down like this. Like first, before I even do anything, I'm just going to figure out how I want it. So I'm going to do it like this. And I'm going to bring it up and down. Something like that. Again, some people, you can do it really, really tight. Or you can do it a little bit, not as tight, a little looser. So I think I'm gonna do something like that, and then come up here and do that. Something like that. I like that. I like that. That's brainy. That's brainish. So these are our guidelines, basically, the bottom and these lines. So just do it up in all the squigglies in between there. This is how I want it. It's not going to stay like that while I'm trying to do it, but now I just have a general idea. So I'm just going to sew it on, basically. And since this yarn is the same color, you really can't really see it. Like, just sew wherever. I'm just going to come up. I just like to, you know, get the corners down. If you want it to be really like hidden, you can kind of go on like the inside portion. You just want to hold it down where you want it and the needle up. And yeah, and keep going until you run the string, basically. Make sure you put it tight, nice and taut. Let me see how that's going on. So I would say every couple centimeters you want to tack it down. It's definitely not something you need to do super duper tight, or like, but it's not going anywhere. So I think I had it in a shape like something like this. And going up a little bit. Just keep going until you run out of your little tail there. Just keep going, make up little shapes as you go. Make it look real brainy. Down. Maybe curl this one back up, maybe even do like a little something like that. And keep going until you run the tail. And at this point, since we're so close to the end, well, we can do a couple more. We have a nice little tail left. I'm gonna curl this and do that. Oops. So at this point, since we're close to the end, I'm gonna make this my last one going this way. And I'm just gonna pull my string, my yarn, there we go. I'm gonna take this end of the tail, tack it down, and go back up this way a little bit, of course. And just a little bit until I meet this other string that's in here. Go up a couple more. And that's it. And then you just weave these ends in. The two ends, I do like to tie them together to make it secure. So you can like weave it over to the other one, tie it, weave them in, do what you gotta do. But yeah, we're getting brainish. I'm gonna finish this half and come back. Done. I did one long one, a short one, and then another long one. So I'm gonna take one more, like one more short one will do. Alright, so one more shortish one, and we're just gonna put it here. Again, we're gonna do a little preppy, maybe something like that. This might even be too long for this space, but we can squeeze it. I miss you guys. I thought you guys hated me. Right. Come here, like. I do like to go right up against the line. I feel like it does make it a little definey. Oh, shot like Kim Kardashian. And you know what? Like, just as you go, just place it. Again, if you need inspo on how to do some of these squigglies, I would do some googling, proper Google. Love a good Google. I did something like that. That was nice of her. Kiki. I love Kiki. I have to continue to forward. Put it too tight, and that's what we're gonna do. Something like that. We always mean. Just keep going and going. Go, and that's where I'm gonna take this end. I'm gonna keep going until we meet. So what I say I want to do it? Something like that. So I'm put it right here. Yes. I'm just talking to myself. And keep going until we meet. And check where the last one ended, because you want to meet it. Back up there. Right back here. So just where they meet, I like to just tie a little knot. Take this. Leave it in a little. I can't really care that much. Oh, okay. So half of the hat is done. Now to do the other half, and I really only used two short ones, and 2 long ones. Yeah, so we're basically done. We're just gonna pull this out.
Brainy, what was your question again? What do you see yourself in 5 years? 5 years, I see myself building.
Ends all weaved in.
It's good to have an idea of what you want to do.
You see the little Brainy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, or concerns down below. And if you do end up making this, please, I would love to see it. Tag me on Instagram at Nakia Creations or TikTok Nakia Creations. I really would love to see how you make it. Thank you again for watching. See ya. Let me know what you want to see next time.